What up, everyone hopping in? This live's gonna be just a Q&A, talking about just gym Q&A. Any questions y'all got for me about the gym or anything like that while I get, this last 30 minutes of sun, let's run through it. I didn't really do live at all today, so this is gonna be the live that I do today. It's gonna be quick, but just wanna get it in while I get this last thing of sun. So, yeah, let's run through it. This cloud's covering the sun, so it's not, too bright, but it's gonna get uncovered soon, and then we can, talk in the sun. I don't know what to say. You're good, brother. I'm just reading through some of this stuff. Sorry if it looks like I'm not saying anything. I'm just reading through this thing. So, yeah. Let's just run through it for a little bit. So one of the first things you need to do for just gym in general is mindset. If you don't have the mindset, anything I tell you doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like with life, when it's like rule 1 of life is don't die. Like, if you don't follow rule number 1, I can't really even give you rule number 2 or number 3 because you didn't follow rule number 1. So it's the same thing with the gym, is that if you're not following the rule number 1, which is consistency, mindset, and just being in there for a certain amount of days consistently, then that's the first rule you're not following. I'm not going to be able to give you rule number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 because you haven't followed rule number 1. So there's no point. And I made an entire short talking about this. Like, it was a highlighted clip of my lives where I'm talking about, you could literally look at it. I just posted on YouTube. I'm saying, you guys need to stop worrying about exercise numbers, this and that. Like, some of you guys haven't even been to the gym in like a month. Like, you guys are skipping workouts, asking like, what's the best diet, nutrition, or exercises. Like, focus on actually going to the gym and working out rather than what's the perfect this, what's the perfect that, just go. Just go. Figure it out after. That's the entire point, is that you figure it out after. That's my entire philosophy with everything in life, is that you figure it out after, okay? While the sun's coming in, we're going to talk about this more. But no, this is the entire thing with business, with relationships, everything. You just go in and you learn it, because I could give you a year of advice about the gym and stuff, or basketball, and I could throw you on a basketball court and you would not know what to do because you've never played basketball before. Even if I've been telling you stuff, it doesn't matter. You haven't followed rule number 1, which is going and practicing. So me giving you rule number 2, 3, 4 and how to dribble, how to pass, how to shoot means nothing. How many times do you go to the gym? 4 or 5 days a week, pretty much. So either every other day or sometimes 2 days in a row, if it's going to be like an on and off with like legs and upper body, lower body. But yeah, it's definitely more high intensity training kind of vibe, where I'm way more focused on getting stronger rather than putting on muscle. I'm still putting on muscle, but my main focus when I lift is to get as strong as possible with the least amount of body weight possible. And it's been going pretty well. If y'all have any questions on how to, unlock that neurological strength to get stronger, y'all can ask me, because there's definitely some spiritual meditations to do, physical, mental exercises to get your brain to a state of mind where you're able to push weight heavier and go stronger and go a little bit deeper into your own, weakness and will. So just keep that in mind, guys, that there's all these different, strategies and meditations to get yourself literally stronger, get yourself to push more weight. But you got to find them, you know? You can't just sit there and just hope that's going to come. You got to literally go out there and find it and fight for it. It's me, Mr. Butch. What up? How long have you been a YouTuber for? So, technically, I've been a YouTuber for now running on about 10 years. But the truth is, I haven't really started posting seriously again until about, like, 3-4 months ago. Like, I was kind of on and off for another, like, year or two. And I got out of it. Now I'm back in it. But I'm actually, like, full-time now this time. It's, like, third time's a charm kind of vibe. So, yeah, I've been doing YouTube now consistently for about, like, 2-3 months. And it's going really, really well. But YouTube overall I've had for like 10 years. And you can see some of my old videos. You can see I used to post Madden, vlogs, all that different stuff. Because you can kind of see the evolution of what my life looked like and how I acted different before and how I could act now and how you may see a difference, how you might, no, you'll definitely see a difference. I was about to say how you might not, but it's impossible not see a difference. And not only my tone, but also just my mentality overall. Like you guys are like, oh, like, you know, you were born with this mentality. You were born with this like energy. It's like, bro, look at my old videos. Look how I used to talk. I used to talk like a wimp, like a scared person, like a scared human being. But I'm gonna keep those videos up there. You know why? Because first off, it's who I am. It's who I was. It's my past, and it's a representation of me. Number two, it's also a great representation of anyone that sees themselves in a lower position and needs motivation. There it is. I was the same. If you were a late bloomer or, you know, you were a little underdeveloped, I was the same. That was me. I'm your motivation to say, hey, it gets better, you know? You're going to develop a little bit. You're going to grow. You're going to become the best version of yourself. But there's also certain strategies to do to really make that glow up look like an actual glow up and not just look like you tried to have a glow up, you know what I mean? And what does glow up mean? And what words go into glow up? Because when people talk about glow up, a big thing is that like they're glowing after. So I don't know why like going from pale to tan isn't like a big part in like people's glow ups. Like they're literally glowing up, like they glow. And glowing means you're tanner and you're glowing in the sun more. That's what a glow up means. I think people have taken it way too much into like a oh my bad. People have taken it way too much into like the idea of just being, you know, grown up in a, you know, attractive way. It's like, no. Glow up is literally your body is glowing. You've become a healthier human being. You've become a more attractive human being, but not in the like materialistic, you know, like surgical way. Like some people will say they have a glow up and they'll like show their fucking jaw surgery or something. Or they'll say they had a glow up and then they'll show that they got a style change or something. Like when I think of a glow up, I think of someone that went from pale and skinny to now is tan and jacked. That's what I think of a glow up. Like they glowed up. They got bigger, stronger, and tanner. Like they're now glowing. They weren't glowing before and now they are. They got bigger up and they glowed tanner. Like that's what I think when I think of glow up. And if you guys aren't, like, if you're pale or pale white boy like me, then there's no reason that you shouldn't, especially if you're skinny, that you shouldn't be like, okay, this is my opportunity to become as big as possible, strong as possible, and tan as possible, and show everyone that thought I was, you know, too skinny, too pale, too, like, you know, weak, low testosterone, non-intimidating, whatever, show them wrong, you know? Because the tanner you get, the more intimidating you're going to get. The redder you get, you know, like the more red tint you get, the more intimidating you look, okay? The scarier you look, the bigger you look, the stronger you look, the more vascular you look. It just is what it is. You put the pale man against the tan man. The tan man's going to get, you know, more, not only more just overall looks, but their testosterone is just higher because they have more sun. So it's just they're healthier. They look healthier, they feel healthier, and they are healthier because they're tanner. Like I said, you take the same person, one person gets a bunch of sun, one person doesn't, one person's tan, one person's not. The person that's getting a bunch of sun that's tan is better off in every single facet of life. Every single facet. I'm not saying that there's, you know, not pale people that are not exceptional out here. I'm saying that if you want that extra added boost, you should get tan. That's my point. And I mean, you could say, oh no, like I embrace my pale skin, like, but like I guess you could do that. But like at the end of the day, like humans look healthier tanner, they look better looking tanner, they look more attractive when they're tanner. So you might as well just get tanner, to be honest, because like there's no reason not to. Like I said, if you're pale, there's literally no reason not to get tan. None. Unless, I don't know, like you need it for a certain movie or something. Like, but if you're just talking about pure life quality, there's absolutely no reason not to get tan. Zero reason. Zero reason. It's a life enhancer. Like, to think that it's not a life enhancer, to think that this wouldn't help me in a sane way, not only mentally, physically, spiritually, is just insane. I'm being serious, guys. Your entire life changes if you've always been pale, like me, and then all of a sudden you get really, really tan, okay? You will notice your life will change. Now you're like, what are you talking about? I'm not talking about getting a spray tan. That's stupid. I'm talking about your body and your mentality. One, you'll start becoming tanner and your sleep will get better, which will help with testosterone because sun helps with sleep. Two, you're going to start looking in the mirror and you're going to start being like, damn, like I'm really looking really, really good because you're tanner, you just look better overall. Three, you're going to start looking in the mirror and being like, okay, I look really, really good. I don't want to lose this, okay? It's almost like I have the tan now. I don't want to lose this. So you have now more confidence, okay? You're healthier because your testosterone's actually better. And, you know, like, and then guess what? If you were pale before, you don't realize how many people notice how tan someone is until you actually get tan. And then you're going to notice that people that you would never thought even think or care about these things are going, wow, you're tan, you know? Like people, and they'll be like, what? Like, I didn't even know people think about it. The truth is they don't until you are. And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, what have you been doing? Where have you been at? You've been in the sun, hella. You know what I mean? And it's like, you look good, I guess. Like, I don't know. And you know, this is the interesting thing. It's like always like, oh, you got sun, you look good, you look good. Like, we always kind of say this, but we never like put two and two together. We never go like, okay, so it's obvious that the sun will make you more attractive, better looking, more relaxed, higher testosterone. We didn't put those two together. We just said like, oh, you got some sun, you look good. Like, oh, get some sun, you know, it'll help you out. Like, oh, you look good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? I want to kill this bird. I actually want to kill this bird. I'm gonna do a little bird hunt. It's loud. Jeez, it's right there. There it is. Yeah. They could sense I was definitely not vibing with the bird at all. Anyway, was good. So yeah. And then we wonder why all these bodybuilders get spray-on tans. And it's like, are we serious right now? Why do you think they get spray-on tans? Why do you think a bodybuilder who's trying to look the best they possibly can, look the healthiest they possibly can, get the most appeal and stage presence, why would they spray tan themselves? Because it gives the most stage presence. It makes them glow. It makes them look better, okay? And that's the truth, okay? Now, do I recommend you guys get spray tans? Hell no. It's horrible for your skin. Absolutely horrible for your skin. But do I recommend you get sun and get tanner if you're pale? Hell yeah. And also, if you're in your fitness journey and you want more motivation and you're like maybe a month in, 2 months in, and you're pale, you should be getting tan. You should be looking like it's gonna help with your progress and gains and looks, because you're just gonna be like, whoa, I could actually see my gains better. And it's gonna motivate you more, and you're gonna be like, okay, I want to keep these gains. I want to keep this tan. I look good. I don't want to not look. I want to keep this looking good. I look the best I've ever looked. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they don't even get to that point because they never get to the tan point. They never get to the actual gym point, and they never could put two and two together. We wonder, like, why do these bodybuilders always get tan at the end? Always. I've never seen a competitive bodybuilder not get a spray tan or some sort of tan at some point. You have to. You absolutely have to. Okay? If you're not getting in the sun, you have to get a spray tan. That's like, it is required for bodybuilding. And there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that, and it goes way deeper than just, you know, a spray tan. It goes as deep as the glow presence itself can give one of the best visual appeals for bodies, especially in that sense. And then you guys are like, what do you mean they all look all roided up and stuff? Okay. I want you to look up a surfer then, or just a beach goer, an athletic beach goer, and they look tan and jacked and healthy, okay? And that's the perfect physique. There you go. You don't need to go for the bodybuilders that also get tan. But you have to understand that what the tanning idea comes from and why is it like that. And, you know, I'm getting eaten up really, really bad here. Like, they love me. They absolutely love me. Their aunts love me. They know my blood is so good. They like drink my blood. They take it to their family and friends, and they're like, oh my God, I had this one dude's blood so good. I'm gonna bring all of you guys here, and we're gonna have a little feast on this dude's blood because it's so good. You know what I mean? That's how the flies kind of think of me. They're just like, bro, like your blood I don't know. It gives me fire. It gives me energy. It probably does. I swear to God, there is no way my blood does not hit these ants, or not ants, whatever insects biting me, mosquitoes, I guess. There's no way it doesn't hit them harder than if they were to bug bite some fat person. But also, they probably wouldn't do that because mosquitoes see people way differently. They don't like see us like humans. They see us like radiation. So they just see us like a color. Like if you have a certain amount of heat on your body, then it's good. I always have heat on my body. So for me, I'm like in that blue color range. I could just show you guys if you want, but I'm like the yellowish orange tint in that like radiation scale. So I'm like the hottest radiation. So they're constant. They don't even see humans. They just see heat and they're like, go. So that's why they always pick on me, and that's why they always, you know, and then they go to their little families and friends and they're like, yo, this guy's blood is amazing. It literally made me, I don't know, I'm wired up. I'm addicted to it. And then they're like, okay, well, clearly this guy's got some secret. I want some of it. And then all the flies just come to me and I get eaten up. And then they're like, nope, I'm always going back to this guy. His blood is just too good. Like, it's too good. You know what I mean? Like that guy over there, I had his blood and it wasn't the same. It didn't taste as good. I didn't feel as good. Like this guy, I have his blood and I'm ready to go. I'm like wired up. And I think the bugs recognize, I think the mosquitoes recognize that. I think they recognize when they're getting really, really good blood. Because you gotta think about it. If a mosquito's main nutrients is blood, it's probably really, really good for them. Let's be honest. Like blood's probably really, really good health-wise for a mosquito. So if they're getting some blood like mine that's like fiery and ready to go and clearly radiating off heat, and that's why they go for me in the first place, because they know I have good blood, they're probably like, when they have my blood, they're like, oh my God, what is even going on? This is so good. Like I can't get enough of this stuff. Because I do have, I mean, naturally I've boosted my testosterone, so now I have naturally high testosterone. And I'm sure the mosquitoes could get more of a boost from a naturally high testosterone blood compared to low test blood. Or caffeinated blood too. That could definitely make a difference for sure. Especially if like the caffeine is in your body like during the time that they take the blood. Or it's like running through that specific area. Definitely. 1000%. And yeah, but no, they love me. They can't get enough of me. They love my lats. They love, you know, any spot that I can't. Jesus, yeah, I'm getting too eaten up, sorry. It is what it is. My legs are cooked. Oh, man. What up, what up? Talking about gym advice. I was getting too eaten up by the bugs, my bad. If anybody's got any gym questions, let me know. We'll run through it. We kind of just only talked about being tan and stuff and why it's important for the gym. man. Holy fucking balls. Sorry. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. I'll come back probably later. But oh, sorry. Okay, let me answer this last question before I end it. So, what's one workout to become more athletic? Sprints. Sprints is the best workout to become athletic, okay? High-intensity training, okay? You're training your body, do full body movement. That's very natural and primal and what we were supposed to do. So, get your sprints in. Be careful. Don't just do them all at once because some of y'all are super out of shape and will just pull something right away or even get a heart attack, who knows. So, be careful, but sprints. If you can, if you're already doing them, keep doing them. They're really, really good. If your coach makes them do them more. And hell yeah. So keep that in mind. That's what we're trying to do here. Other than that, though, see y'all later. Peace out.